Hello from the Dreamport Discord server. I'm ShadowsPub bringing you Pimp Your Post Thursday. On the show today, we'll share posts, meet others, and have some fun. You can share your own post or someone else's you really like. To take part, drop the PYPT emoji into the show text channel. I'll add you to the list to take a turn sharing posts. When I call on you, add your post link to the text channel. Come on voice to tell us about it. Keep it brief, like a short commercial for the post. If you can't do voice, it's okay. You can share by text, but the text and the link must be ready to paste into the text channel when I call on you. You can have more than one turn, but you must use the emoji for each turn. Okay, let's get started with Kitty Girl.
No, Amy really likes to be first.
Bipolar, you got a hot mic. There we go. Okay, go for it, Kitty Girl.
Okay. Yeah, no, Amy always likes to go first, and I snagged her spot this morning. But as a consolation, I'm sharing one of your posts, Amy. Amy has really been busy this past year. She powered up every single month of 2024, which is a fantastic thing. And she mentions in this post that she hit 3,000 hive power, but she actually has over 4,000 hive power. And she is within reach, probably about another 1,000 hive power, and she will be a dolphin, which is fantastic. She's also been saving money. She's got over 365 HBD saved up now, which is great. But probably the biggest achievement of all is she has posted every day of 2024 and is expecting to get her Hive Buzz badge very soon for being, a 1-year poster. And I think that is fantastic. So, Amy has been doing some amazing things this year. Congrats, Amy.
Not to mention the fact that she's a multi-talented individual. I love those graphics.
Yeah, multi-talented. She's a wonderful seamstress, and she's a fantastic person. I think she's got a lovely personality, too. So, yeah, we're blessed to have her on chain.
Have you got through blushing yet, Amy? She's typing something. Smiling sheepishly. Why be sheepish? You did it. Own it. All right. Thank you, Kitty Girl. And Bookerman, you're up.
All right, let me get the link dropped in here for you. This post we just talked about. We got a New Year post out. We just put it up just the other day. It was really just a high spots of what we did and what we're looking forward to at the beginning of the year. Some of the big things on there is one of our wrestling partners, Perry Saturn. He'll be going on the Maven Huffman YouTube channel, which has over 500,000 subscribers and I think like 85 to 90 million video views. And it's a fairly new channel, within a year and a half, maybe 2 years most. But I think that's going to do a lot of good stuff. We're going to be pushing Hive there and bringing people to the platform to talk about wrestling. It's also going to be giving brand awareness to our game, Wrestling Organization Online. And we're not just a game on Hive either. We also have physical merchandise. We do live events, and some of those live events are also made in that post. We'll be going to WrestleCon again this year, which is in Las Vegas, which is the biggest wrestling convention in the world. And we also talked about how we are continuing to grow our YouTube channel with interviews that we hold over in our Discord. But that's kind of the main points of that post. We also announced some more information on our physical trading card game, which in that physical trading card game, we're going to have starter decks. We'll be releasing the Perry Saturn starter deck first. Every one of those starter decks are going to be advertising cards. that are going to have like QR codes. We're going to have one for example, in Leo. We'll have one for just the Hive website and Twitter. And yeah, we're really going to be pushing people to writing about wrestling on Hive. And that's basically the high spots.
Nice. What's better than bringing dedicated fans to a place like Hive to talk about what they love doing? Very nice. Thank you, Bookerman. Emmanuel, I noticed that I know you're new here with us today, even though you and I know each other. If you notice the emojis that have been dropped, if you want to drop one of them and take a turn, you'd be more than welcome to. Because I know you have a post or two hanging around. Artemis, you're up. Jay has joined us.
Again, Shadows, who posts the Daily Echo every single day, has made me look at my biases towards certain words. And I've always had a negative connotation about the word swagger. And now I see that that's my own bias. And swagger can actually be something really important that we all should adapt. So check it out and give Shadows some love.
Interestingly enough, when the word swagger was introduced into the language by Shakespeare, it actually did have the negative connotations. It was a person who was a braggart and boastful and loud and obnoxious. But it actually has come to be something different.
I certainly didn't look at it this way.
I didn't actually either. That's one of the things I love about doing the Daily Echoes, is I often end up changing my perspective on a word.
Well, I certainly love the peacock. I think we should all have our own colorful peacock.
I was surprised that outranked some images that I was sure were gonna rank highly. I get surprised sometimes when I'm doing the analysis. And Amy, you're up. One minute, please. Okay. Do I need to put the clock on? Whoops. Jay, you've been in the channel for I don't know how long, and I don't see an emoji from you yet. I'm shocked. Are you moving slow? There we go. Okay. And Amy says, the kitty girl already pimped the post I wanted to share here, but I thought of sharing this too. This was my last 3-Tune Tuesday for 2024 with a powerful message for every one of us. We all have a story to share, and a lot of times we all fell. I think you meant all fall. Make mistakes, and in typical fashion for Amy, go read the post if you want to find out the rest of the story. Very nice. All right. Emmanuel, I've noticed you've DM'd me. The DMs are not something I have an opportunity to have a look at during the show. Sorry. And Bipolar, you are up. There she is.
Yeah, it's a wonder you even have time to breathe during a show, much less check DM.
Thank God breathing is automatic. There she is. Nope, that's Kitty Girl. And bipolar, there we go. Bipolar, I'm shocked. You didn't come on with your opinions today?
That is a hot top. Nice.
Looks like we're having a quiet show today. Bipolar says, check out my bralette. Interesting garment. I've never seen granny square stitch used quite like that, but it's used effectively. Artemis, you're up.
I think I have the right.
Now's a really good time to drop some more emojis, folks.
Yeah, because that didn't take long.
Nope.
Oh. Okay, I have to share this one, Abinad. We all know she's a very talented person. And she's getting ready to do some traveling, and she needed a pouch for her girly things. So her mom said that, you should be able to make this in 30 minutes. Her mom was going to do it, but then Abinad ended up doing it, and you'll have to go to the post to see if she did it in 30 minutes or less. But she did a great job.
She always does. Very nice, Abinad. And Kitty Girl, you're up.
Well, I actually managed to get a post out the other day. Yeah, though I took one evening, actually it was Christmas night. I like to drive around and look at the lights and the decorations. And so I drove around past a few houses that had some nice decorations up. And then I don't live too far outside of a small town. And then about 20-minute drive or so is another small town. And then another 20-minute drive, there's another small town, kind of like in an equilateral triangle. And so I made the rounds of all three small towns. And mostly just went to the downtown area, where there's like one little shop butted up against another, and just walked down the street and made pictures in the windows and took a look at what was there. And there were a lot of pretty lights and some very interesting decorations that I saw. And I just had a blast. I made over 60 photos, but I didn't put all of them in the post. Thank goodness. It would take you forever to look through them all. I just took my very, very favorite ones and put in here. And there's a couple of surprises near the end. So, yeah, be sure to read to the end and see those last couple of surprises.
You have a great eye, Kitty. These photos are fantastic.
Some Christmas displays.
Thank you so much.
So amazing. Remember the ones they used to have at the Eaton's and the Simpson store downtown, Artemis?
Oh, they were awesome. We used to take my daughter on the train all the way into Toronto just to take her to see those displays.
I remember the first time I took her. I don't think you were with us.
No.
And we got in fairly early in the day, and what we didn't know at that time was Artemis's daughter needs to eat as soon as she gets up, or she has a little blood sugar issue. And I went up first thing to show her that window, and all I got the whole time was, "I'm hungry. I need to eat. I'm hungry. I need to eat." And of course, there was no appeasing her. So finally, took her and we had some breakfast. We come back out and we walk past, and I thought, well, she's not really interested. We'll just go around to the Eaton Center. She spent the next 2 hours at that Simpsons window and would not leave. She now had food in her stomach, and she was a happy camper, and she was going to explore every corner of that window display.
She still gets
So what was
hangry.
so special? Oh, go ahead, Artemis.
No, sorry. Go ahead, Kitty.
Oh, I was just going to ask what was so special about the display. Was it very creative, or was there just a lot of stuff to see, or all of the above?
Very creative, very intricate, and highly detailed. Like, you can't walk past it without seeing something you hadn't seen before.
And then it was like a little world.
Yeah. Because Simpsons and Eaton's, of course, they were two large department stores, and they were in constant competition with each other, and they were the windows were right around the corner from each other. So the two of them were constantly trying to one up each other.
Yes, how went that?
Hey, Calvin, you're not too late. We're looking for some emojis to be dropped.
Well, that's pretty funny that they were in good, healthy competition with each other.
Yeah.
Though I think Eaton's won most of the time. Theirs were amazing.
Yeah, they were. Okay, guys, we may end up with a short show if people aren't dropping emojis. I know, you're wanting to do a slow start to the year. There we go, Calvin. It's a no-wait situation. You're up. Yes, they are, Amy. I was surprised Peace hasn't joined us this morning.
Maybe he forgot what day it was.
Well, he did know yesterday was Wednesday because he posted about the crypto and cola not being on.
Okay. Can everybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, so it's a new year, new resolution. I just decided to talk about some of my new resolutions. I looked back at the resolutions I made last year. So far, I was able to run through like 85% of them. I think the major ones, I had a little bit of challenge with them. But anyway, I decided to form new resolutions this year. You can go through it. Thank you.
So, Calvin, how long do your resolutions end up lasting you?
Oh, through the year. Follow them up.
How long into the year?
Sorry?
How long into the year do you last?
I lasted throughout the year. At a point, I think I only gave up one resolution at the middle of the year. But the others, I went through them to the end. I followed them up to the end.
Very nice. It's not too often I hear people that are able to say, I made a resolution and I kept it.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. But we just try.
See, I usually keep mine because my resolution is not to make resolutions. Well done. And Kitty Girl, you are up.
Well, later in PYPT, I would like to share another post, but I would like to share something else first right now. This is something that someone posted in another Discord server, a jar with a lot of colorful paper in it, and it says, this January, start with an empty jar. Each week, add a note with a good thing that happened. On New Year's Eve, open it and read about the amazing year you had. I thought that was such a fabulous idea.
That is. I've been watching that being circulated around on Facebook. It probably has come from somewhere else.
Yeah, it very likely came off of Facebook, but it has been making the rounds in the Discord servers, and I think it is a fantastic idea. It is definitely worth considering.
I think it's something that should be spread as far as it can be spread.
Yeah, thank you, kitty girl. I'm thinking about my jar right now, actually. I'm going to do this.
And you could do one on gratitude as well. Something you're grateful for that happened that week.
That is very true. Yeah. Wonderful.
Like that. Mix them together.
Yeah. You had a lot of fun with that. Might be easier than keeping a diary. Oop, who's first up on the draws today? Artemis, you won a HPI.
Thank you.
And Abinad, you are up. There we go. We got some more emojis shook loose. Abinad. She's trying to find another post. You already took the one that she was going to do, Artemis.
Sorry about your luck.
In this post, I talked about how I managed to soak everything in the moment, even in a chaotic situation. I think you mean that you're taking everything in the moment. You're not throwing water on anybody.
That would be fun.
Oh, some days better than others. All right. Boy, there's a slip for me. I just put a certain name instead of Artemis.
Uh-oh.
I'd be going, who the heck was that? Bellicus, you are up. Ebenet as an extrovert. I have to think on that one. There she is. Alright, let's get this up on the screen. And hello, this post speaks about life struggles, contentment, deceit, kindness, and us. Here's a sneak peek. Ending comes in different forms and we never know. None of us do. We are just there trying to survive each day and live the best of it as we can. But when will it end? The struggles, the pain, the need for, and here we go again, go to the post to find out what else. And there we go. Jay, what are you doing? You're up, Jay. Maybe. Are you with us, Jay?
Yeah, I am.
He's alive!
I just got confused about my microphone.
It occurred to me that I said something different than you're up. And that would have been confusing for you as well.
Yeah, so I'm sharing this post by coloring eye shape. Um, and she talked about the importance of appreciating people, life in general, and how um, ephemeral many things are in this life. And she talked about them with the recent air crashes in some places that I can't pronounce um, the names of the nations, and reminds me of why I never wanted to be a pilot as a kid. I think I was really young and I had just heard about a recent plane crash, and I was like, you know what, I'm not going to be a pilot anymore. But it's the main point is that some people went into the planes hoping to land on the other side of the destination and couldn't make it. It's really sad to think about the casualties, and it just gets one thinking about life. That's what this post was, and I really love it.
Yeah, that one in South Korea, that was just unbelievable because you know, the one in, what was it, Azerbaijan, I don't know, but I know what you mean. That one apparently was hit by some artillery fire, but that one in South Korea, I don't think they even know the cause of that yet.
That's really sad, actually. Really sad.
Yeah. So right around the same time, there was a plane landed in Gander, Newfoundland, and apparently the wing dragged along the runway and caught fire. But the good news was they got it stopped and they got it evacuated. So 2 really bad outcomes and 1 good outcome. That's better than none.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Shadows, for having me.
Thank you, Jay. And Kitty Girl, you're up.
Well, when he first started mentioning coloring iShip, I thought, oh no, he's sharing the post I wanted to share, but it's a different one. She is a good author, and she's written another post that I think is absolutely fantastic. This post is a little bit more serious, maybe, than some of them this time of year, but it is excellent. It's looking at the new year and who we are as humans, and looking at memories and change and whatnot. This is just a fantastic read. I don't want to spoil it, but it's only about a 6-minute read. But take 10 or 12 minutes and think about it. Read slowly and carefully. Put some thought into it. It's just a beautiful thing.
Sounds like she's doing some writing about the impermanence of life.
Kinda, sorta, maybe, but she takes it in a very good, positive direction.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really wonderful.
Well, the impermanence is positive. We just don't realize it. It's a recognition that change is constantly happening.
Right, very true. And she mentioned some beautiful things in the post, like one line that I thought was really fantastic is knowing that life changes and we are not stuck in one version of ourselves is beautiful.
Yep.
We have the freedom to grow and heal and transform. Yeah, she's got a very good upbeat.
Yeah, it would kind of worry if we were not growing and changing and transforming on a constant basis. That would be being stuck in a rut.
Yeah, how boring would life be then?
And really, it would be out and out depressing. All right. We filled some space here, but we haven't got any more emojis. What are we going to do, folks? I'm sure that you've got some posts that you want to share. Either that or something you want to talk about, because we can do that too. So I'm not sure what happened with the manual, but I do think that I know what he was here for. And I'm going to do something I rarely do on his behalf, is share his post. He did a podcast recording with me last week. Emmanuel is new to Hive, and he's been reaching out to some of the OGs and doing a podcast with them. So if you look on his account, you'll also see one there with Starkers, and I think Taskmaster, and I think maybe another one. So go and have a look and give him some encouragement. And Amy has won the 3 HBI. Amy, it shows as 2 HBI, but I made a mistake. Ah, that's the other one, Raymond Speaks. And thankfully, Guilty has been kind of helping him out, because Guilty contacted me and said, would you do a podcast with this fellow? And I went, yeah, okay, who is he? Okay, Kitty Girl.
Well, I'll take a moment and mention the Ladies of Hive contest. I think most of the people here probably know about the Ladies of Hive community, but just in case someone doesn't know, it's a community that was founded for the voices of women on the blockchain, but we are more than happy to have gentlemen who were sensitive to women's issues and topics to join us and right in the contest. We have a weekly contest that has usually 2 questions, writing prompts. Sometimes we have 1, sometimes we have 3, but usually it's 2. And this week it's talking about the new year coming in and what you want. Is there anything you need to change, and do you have what you want, in life? It's just a good start for a great post. And you do have a chance to win some prizes if your post is selected as one of the winners. But as with any writing prompt, it's a chance to get another post out on the blockchain you can earn rewards from, and to let your voice be heard. So, think about getting into the contest.
Yeah, they're both good prompts for this time of year. There we go. No waiting there, old school. He's probably going, what the heck? I'll give him a moment there to get his typed up, which is probably what he was planning on having time for. There we go. Oh, there's a blast from the past. George D. Haven't seen him around for a while. And he has some great goals for 2025. Well done. Old school was kind of surprised at the speed of that. Alright. Looks as though we've got a slow day today, so let's just... If anybody else has got something to share, now's a good time to drop it. And if not, we'll wrap her up for today. Alright, Kitty Girl. She's keeping us going here.
Yeah, give me just a second, though.
Okay. I don't think that's a record we can break again. Unless I type faster.
Well, I actually wrote a post, but I don't want to really promote that post, but there's something in it I want to promote. So I'm copying.
Why don't you want to promote the post? And Artemis has got something to promote as well. Or did you forget about that, Artemis?
Shamefully, I forgot.
Okay, ready. Sorry about the wait.
Okay.
Last week we lost a member of our blockchain. It was a wonderful lady named Bieber, Beeber. And some of you in Pimp Your Post Thursday may remember that a couple of years ago she used to be here. I think she was here every week for several weeks and then periodically would pop back in. But she's been wrestling with health issues lately and hasn't been around, but she lost her battle last week. And she is the one who founded Hive Memorial Forest, which is a community on the blockchain where people can share posts, memorial posts about either people or pets that they've loved and lost. And fittingly enough, it was in her community where some people who knew her in real life posted about her passing, which I thought was really a phenomenal thing. And I just wanted to remind everyone, this community is out here for anyone to write in. And like I said, it can be pets you've loved and lost, as well as people. It doesn't have to be a full-blown obituary or whatever. You know, if you've lost an uncle or an aunt or a brother, sister, or whatever, you know, just write a few memories about them. Tell what that person meant to you. You don't have to completely out them or yourselves by giving real names or anything like that. You know, you can, you know, just say, my Uncle John of Texas, you know, passed away last week. You don't have to say where he lived or whatever. But what he meant to you. And, you know, make it as heartfelt as possible. And there's a link in the chat for the community in ECC, Live.blog, and PYPT, whichever one you prefer to use. And, yeah, just remember that as people pass. And let's keep this thoughtful place Bieber created alive and rolling.
It could be like the blockchain version of a whisper phone, too.
The blockchain version of what?
A whisper phone. You've seen them, haven't you? They're phone usually out in like a forest area where people just pick it up and they talk to somebody they've lost.
Oh, you know, I think I have heard something about that a time or two, but I didn't know what they were called or anything.
I didn't know what it was until there was a lady over on Go Brunch, and she created a room that's a whisper phone, and that's what it's for, is for people to go in and do that.
Oh, that's really cool. That's a great idea.
So they could do the same thing there in the Memorial Forest. Their post would be the phone. All right. Thank you, Kitty Girl. And yes, Bieber was a definite contributor here for a long time. She always had some really interesting stuff. Used to like doing a lot of travel, or sharing travel stuff. In Artemis, you are up.
Well, this is an older post. I think like 10 days or 15 days ago. But it tells you how to get to, starting next week, the fiber arts community that I've built or have been building is having Knit Happens Wednesdays. It's going to be every Wednesday from 1 till 3 Eastern Standard Time. No, I guess we're in Eastern Daylight Time now.
Nope, we're in Standard.
But, are we? Oh, good. So anybody is welcome It's like a co-working, co-crafting, co-making space. And come on out and have some fun.
And cameras on or off is your choice.
Yep. Actually, you don't even have to talk voice. You can just type in the chat if you want. The voice is more fun.
Yeah.
I have to chuckle every time I see that name. It happens. And this is such a colorful and attractive graphic you've got around it.
Thanks, Kitty.
Artemis has
I'm glad.
acquired a mastery of DALL-E. She gets some stuff out of it, and I just look and go, whoa.
I think it finally clicked that if you can paint a picture with your words, you can create anything on AI.
Pretty much. Okay, anybody else? We've just had the third draw pop up. And who got that? Abanad is up for 5 HBI. Okay.
Oh, looks like she's left voice, but she's still here.
Yeah, she's typing. Let's see what she's going to do there. We'll let her finish typing and see what's coming. Up, and she stopped typing. She's going to keep us in suspense. Okay. You've been listening to ShadowsPub host, Pimp Your Post Thursday. Thank you for joining us at PYPT, and join us next Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern. Until then, keep on creating, and it's all about community. Bye, Wilma.